Alright, I got my bottom piece on and the whole chaise flipped around so you can get a good view of the back here. What we're dealing with on the back is this little bar down on the bottom. A lot of your Tropitone chaises are going to have just a single bar and a couple screws here in the sides. What you're going to want to do is take those screws out so you can free up the bar there, and then you'll notice it doesn't come apart. It's welded on this side. So there's really only one way to get your sling on, and that's to use a bar clamp or some kind of other device which will squeeze in the sides and allow you to shrink that down a little bit. Once you get those two screws off on the side here, it is going to make the initial getting it in there a lot easier. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get one side started over here. And come over here. And get this guy started. What you do is just kind of give yourself some room, pull that other bar over a little bit to get them started. And then you just kind of work your way, going from the right to the left, back and forth. Kind of a nice, fun, tedious little process. And that was when my tool's dropping like it's hot. Alright, back and forth, a little bit at a time. And this is if you're doing it by yourself. Obviously, if you had two people, you'd want one person on one side and one person on the other. And our metal was really, really cold this morning, so what we actually did was heat up this bar down here. So if you're doing this stuff in cold weather, make sure you put some heat on this bar to get it nice and warm so that when you are squeezing it, it doesn't snap on you, because that would be a pricey little mistake. Alright, so we're getting it, tighten up a little bit down here. Because as it gets tighter in here, you want to tighten up the bar down at the bottom. So, still pretty loose. Starting to get kind of tight on me. Come back to my bar clamp. Real smooth, real slow. So remember to keep, got to put a little more heat on that. Obviously you want to keep the heat away from the sling, because it will melt the slings. That's never good. You want to try to get your bar clamp positioned right on the outsides of that bar there. Alright, going down a little bit more, still pretty tight. Grab a couple of rags here to keep our frame from getting too bad scratched up. We got vinyl covers that we'll put on there later, but just for now. And if it's nice and upright like that, you kind of get a much better ability to get it down. All right. And probably what we're going to do is just take this whole thing off the back here, get it laid down on the table, and we'll come back to you. Thanks.